Stadium here in Las Vegas. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olsen here in the booth. And off we go from Allegiant Stadium. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. White 20. On play action, Goff. Got a man downfield. It's Best. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A huge play right off the bat. It's a gain of 34.
When we had a chance to talk to the coach the other day, what did he tell us, Mike? He said, I want to come out and be aggressive right from the start. And with that big shot downfield here early, I think it's pretty safe to say that's exactly what they have done. Now the key is, can they turn that explosive play into an opening drive touchdown and really get off to a fast start?
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7.
Here we go. White 20. What's that?
From the gun, it's Goff. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he's into the end zone. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Come on. Set.
A play fake. Now Rattler. That's caught. Trey Palmer. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
15. 1st down, New Orleans.
First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
33. Yellow. Hut.
Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. He's got this on target to Addison. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Red. Yellow. Let's go. Yellow. 22. Ready.
On 3rd down, it's Rattler. Rolling right. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Here we go.
1st down.
Ready.
To throw, it's Rattler. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
this has been a really nice answer so far to this game. Like, I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And I'll tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up first and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up a 2nd and goal.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. Here's a designed run.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
Back at the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal. They'll motion their tight end Johnson.
Ready?
Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Ball carrier. Touchdown.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already.
And look at this. The extra point is blocked. Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. This one, batted away. It's incomplete. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Block 20.
Now Goff. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws. And that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
Here we go. 120.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
But this turns out to be a solid return. They finally get into the ground.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Down. Yellow. 40. 22 meters. Hut, hut.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Kamara. Not much happening there, just a short game. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Ready.
That's Palmer, the man in motion.
Set.
Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation. Contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
taken at the 19. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big-time play for Vegas. 59 yards.
As that play unfolded, Mike, I thought he was going to have a chance to find the end zone for the 2nd time here today. And I'll be honest, if I'm the play caller, at the end of this drive, I might give him one more shot at the end zone. But either way, they got to be thinking coming away.
And he's in! Touchdown, Vegas. Now Carlson to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Raiders will take a 14-6 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this opening quarter. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. As they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10.
Ready, break. Shot, 17. Set.
They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Ready, set.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll stay on the ground with Pierce. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. Marcus Epps up from the secondary to make the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Now this looks like a design run, and he is going to have the Saints 1st down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Out of the shotgun, it's Rattler. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
At their own 20-yard line.
begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He'll get about 2. Heath Warner there to make the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Goff. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Into space. And he will go all the way. Dante Thornton. Touchdown, Raiders. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders extend it to a 21-6 advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Trey Palmer. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Set, ready, set.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Rattler. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at.
That one intercepted. Picked off by Darian Porter. And the Raiders are going to take over just shy of midfield.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Look at him go! And he will score! Touchdown, Las Vegas. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Ready.
Now they'll pitch it out here. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 32-yard line. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Rattler. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, New Orleans.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
Room 32. Set.
They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
And this this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels.
And he will power his way into the end zone. Alvin Kamara, touchdown, New Orleans. His second touchdown of this first half. The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for two. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. The offense staying put. They will go for two.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
Throwing now is Rattler. That is caught. And they get the two-point conversion.
Raiders 28, Saints 14.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position.
They'll start from the 24. Here's yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down. Goff. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's second down
And I think I want to see a little bit more from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there. Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
So, after two straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Throwing here is Goff. He gets that complete to his tight end there. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
and a Raider first down.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Kool-Aid McKinstry up to make the tackle. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now, Goff. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
To the goal line and in. Dante Thornton. Touchdown Raiders. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders tack on one more to their lead.
Saints 14.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Palmer now to return. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
First and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Ready.
Rattler gonna throw on first down. He'll air one out for Palmer. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Trey.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that didn't then throw back the other direction.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop at 21 seconds to go until halftime.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Saints going to use their 2nd timeout as they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
Gain of 2. Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th
Here we
down.
go. Ready.
They'll indeed go. It's Rattler. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
Is a turnover on down.
Tag. 60.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Julian Blackman comes up from the safety spot to bring him down. Now a signal, timeout call, 9 seconds left to play in this first half. A second down throw for Goff. This one intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Florida. So they're going to have it here. Get it at their own 37-yard line.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the second round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a first-rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
So we reached the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Palmer now to return. He's to midfield. Still on the move. And he's going to take this all the way back. 93 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mevis good on the extra point. Saints back within a couple of scores. It's 35-21. Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. On the bootleg, it's Goff. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Chase Young in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year.
I really like this response here to start the second half. You have to imagine they went into halftime finding themselves down by 2 scores. They needed to stop and get the ball back to their offense, and that sack's going to go a long way towards it.
A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 45 yards. Up the middle they go. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Throwing on second down. Goff. He's going to air this one out. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give up the middle. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's a run. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
Ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Goff in the pistol. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Pete Werner getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season. Now they operate from back at the 9, and it's third down and goal. They'll look to set up the screen here. On fourth down, on comes Daniel Carlson for the Raiders field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will extend their third quarter lead.
Saints 21.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Let's go now. Red, 38. Set.
Here's Rattler on first and 10. Open man downfield. It's Addison. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set. Red.
Off play action. Here's Rattler. Get this complete. It's Addison again. And he will get into the end zone. Jordan Addison. Touchdown Saints. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it.
And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. That's into the hands of Horton. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down. Handoff here, up the middle. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
He's got a receiver, Alan Lazard. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 20. First down, Vegas.
First and 10 at the
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Like 20.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's not going to make up for all the plays that they've been on the wrong side of up until this point. They finally are able to land a jab of their own, knock this ball away, and get a much-needed incomplete pass.
On 2nd down, Goff. This one caught by Lazard. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers.
And at this stage of the game, every 1st down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a design run, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, it's Goff. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. It'll be a 44-yard attempt, and this is blocked.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And that is incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rattler. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. It's 3rd and 4. 3rd and short yardage, and here's Rattler. Open man, right side, he's got it. And he is out of bounds. A gain there of 16 yards. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
At the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
To throw again is Rattler. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That is sweet. Gain of 16 on back-to-back plays. And another 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, New Orleans.
Here's 1st and 10.
Down. Yellow. 22. Cut.
Throwing again, Rattler. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Still get a 1st down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
E.J. Speed on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7 at the Raiders' 8-yard line.
Here we 10, blue striker, 45, rail, yellow. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Rattler. The second down throw is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Ready. Black, 90, ready.
On third down, it's Rattler. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Trey Palmer. Touchdown, New Orleans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Significant moment here for the Saints as they will try the 2-point conversion. That's caught. So they get the 2-point conversion. And all of a sudden, that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the fourth. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
We go, tonight. 180.
On first down, it's Goff. Open man is Thornton. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And the Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. Finding space inside the 40. The defense saves the touchdowns, but a terrific run. It'll be first and goal inside the 10. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 47 yards.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
We go, tonight.
Now, Goff. That is caught by the tight end. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Vegas. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. Past midfield. Nice work here on the return as they get this close to the 35.
The Saints take over.
And I think you can just about lock up special teams player of the week, Mike. I mean, he's had some big returns already in this game, and now this is another one right here.
Let's go. Check, huh?
On first and 10, it's Rattler. He's got it at about the 8, and they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
17.
Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. They'll run here with Kamara. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. And now movement up front. This crowd is making it tough down deep in the red zone. Second and goal.
Tito blue. Let's go now. 52 blue. Drill green. Ready.
Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. And he will score! Game on! Trey Palmer Saints. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So time here for the onside kick just in front of the 2-minute warning. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Now give on the ground. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. 2nd and 7.
180!
They'll stick with him again. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Go.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Blackmon. And he's going to be taken down, but a nice return up past the 35-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Red, cycle.
Looking to throw, Rattler. He'll go right and find his running back. They'll come up now for 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Rattler now back to throw.
At the 43-yard line.
And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 26-yard line.
White. Ready?
Throwing now is Rattler. A throw on the move is caught. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. And it's 1st and 10.
At the 19-yard line.
Ready.
Now Rattler gonna throw. That is caught. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. An extra point attempt to follow. It's up and good. And the Saints have taken a 4-point advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. That ball's going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. He was looking for Jack Bech that time. Now it's going to be third down.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
2 for 1.
Goff to throw on first down. That's into the hands of Horton. Well, they do indeed get the timeout, so not all is lost. They will have a chance for one final fling to the end zone.
At the 46-yard line.
They come up for second and 2.
180. Turbo.
From the gun, it's Goff. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one.